Hello, everybody, and welcome to another mini episode with me, DJ Batman. Well, today's episode is going to be on Samuel L. Jackson and his ridiculous take on what would happen with Joe Rogan. Now, I'm going to read a little bit of this article. I will have the full link in the description so everybody can read it for themselves, because there's a lot more to it. But I'm just going to read a little bit of what Samuel L. Jackson said himself. Because personally, I think a lot of his takes are absolutely ridiculous. And, yeah. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. So, the other day, Samuel L. Jackson was asked about the language Joe Rogan used. Because apparently somebody went out of their way to find every time every time Joe Rogan said the N-word and put it together. Now, of course, somebody went out of their way and did the same thing to the Young Turks, which was funny, and oh my goodness, theirs was a lot worse. But anyways, it says here that though Jackson himself noted the pitfalls of speaking candidly as a public figure, people are always calling me about doing a podcast, but I can't talk for an hour without saying something fucked up. The Pulp Fiction quipped. He has no patience for Rogan's use of the racist slur. In a new interview with the Sunday's Time, the 73-year-old actor has disputed Joe Rogan's... let's get to a little bit of what he said. He said... He is saying nobody understood the context when he said it, Jackson told the Times, which describes him as rolling his eyes over Rogan, but he shouldn't have said it. It's not the context, dude. It's that he was comfortable doing it. Say that you're sorry, but because you want to keep your money, but you were having fun and you say you did it because it was entertaining. Now here's the thing. He's criticizing him for saying a word and apologizing. Now, of course, I think Rogan should have never apologized anyway and told everyone to go fuck themselves, to be honest. But Samuel L. Jackson, a motherfucker who can't speak 4 sentences or even 4 words without saying the word fuck in it or something else. And he has said the N-word so many times in his career. It's ridiculous. He has made millions of dollars cursing and saying the most worst shit you can possibly think of. And this thing that irritates me is I miss the days when people like Richard Pryor were around. Because there's an episode, and I'll leave the link in the description for everybody to watch themselves, but there was an episode of SNL that Richard Pryor helped write where they would say some of the worst stuff they could possibly think of, including the N-word itself, on live television. And you know why? Richard Pryor wanted these words to be said more so that they would lose their meaning, so that when somebody said a certain word, it wouldn't upset people. People would just look at it and go, whatever, it's just a word. But the problem is people like Samuel L. Jackson, who's benefited off of being provocative and saying the worst stuff he could possibly do to make money. I mean, it's the same stupidity with why am I forgetting her name? Sorry. Scarlett Johansson and her, saying that her character is being overly sexualized. But it's like, oh, so you're okay with all the other movies that were made with your character being overly sexualized, but all of a sudden you have a problem with it because, wokeism. Because she was so willing to take the money before. And this is the thing I hate about these actors. They just need to shut the fuck up and do their fucking job, okay? Their job is to get up on stage, do a bunch of ridiculous shit, and entertain me. That's it. That's their only fucking job. But they want to sit here and act like they're the authority on what should and shouldn't be done. And it's absolutely ridiculous. These people make millions of dollars doing some of the most easiest work ever. And people can say it's hard to be an actor all they want. I don't care. A farmer and truck driver do way more harder work than actors will ever do. Okay? And they get paid not even anywhere close. But it irritates me when these actors get all, high and mighty, thinking that they're great. And I remember watching a video where for the movie Django Unchained, Leonardo DiCaprio had to say the word multiple times, and he didn't want to. He was scared. He was like, I don't want to say it because it's not right. But Jackson literally got on him and said, you have to say it. You better say it. And it's like, okay, so Samuel Jackson was making Leo say it when he didn't want to, but he made him because it was had to be done in the movie. But it's like, well, did you actually have to say it? I mean, yeah, there is context, and you got to keep things more realistic. But it's like, people like this complain, but yet they were fine with it, like I said, in the past. But it's just irritating me how these actors, like I said, get on their high horses and try to act like they're these people that should be listened to. Most actors are dumb. I mean, come on, man. Samuel Jackson's been doing some of the most dumbest movies ever, which is superhero movies. I mean, come on, people. Superhero movies, they're great and they're fun to watch, but they're not cinema. They're not real movies. Like, it doesn't take much effort to make a superhero movie. It literally doesn't. Like, they have tons of comics, and they just take bits and pieces from here and there and slap it all together for something, whatever they want to make. So, and plus there's no stakes. So it's like a character could die, and all of a sudden they bring him back. There is no real stakes in these movies. And they want to give these movies Oscars and stuff. They don't deserve Oscars, okay? They don't deserve the same quality as a high-end movie. But people like Samuel Jackson has been benefiting from these movies, which are brain-dead movies. I mean, they're not really meant to, make you smarter in any way. I mean, all it's meant to do is look good and be flashy. That's it. And I know a lot of people get mad at me for saying that, but they are. They're kids' movies. I'm not saying that they're for kids, but I'm just saying they're written for kids. Like, there's really no complexity to these superhero movies. Like, even the DC movies aren't that good either. I mean, they're just dark and brooding. I mean, there's no real thought behind them. It's like, if they're going to make a superhero movie, at least make it, think more, put more heart behind it. The original superhero stuff was good because people were doing it because they cared about what they were doing. But at the same time, they weren't just some easy, quick buck. But anyways, it's a whole nother subject. But yeah, it just irritates me that Samuel L. Jackson, a dude who literally made his money cursing and saying awful stuff, is just getting upset over this. And this is the reason why I tell people, you need to vote with your dollar. Stop supporting these actors. If these actors want to get all high and mighty and start trying to demand what people should and shouldn't do and how they should think, don't give them money. Don't give money for their movies. Ignore them. Give them nothing. So, but anyways, I hope everyone enjoyed. Again, if you really would like to help out, please leave a comment and like. It really helps spread the word, and also commenting really helps me know what you guys think and helps me improve my shows in the future. So, but anyways, thank you for listening, and if you would like to support the show and support me, I have my links as always, for my Etsy and my Teespring, so you can purchase any of my designs I got on there. And I make a lot of cool stuff all the time, so I'm always uploading new things. But anyways, like always, I leave my shows with a song, so I'm going to be leaving you guys with a song called Run the Race by Martin Hall. I'll see you all next time. DJ Batman, out.
Without